Hey everyone, I'm Rajeev Ram, your 2020 Australian Open doubles champion, and you're watching Courtside Connections.
So I want to transition a little bit about more about double strategy. You have been probably somewhat labeled a double specialist, but to be clear, you got to 56 in the world in singles. That's quite an accomplishment. I'm curious, what made you move from being playing singles and doubles to just focusing on doubles? Because 56 in the world is seems incredibly good. But you must have figured something out. You're like, I better just go all doubles.
Age was what it was, to be honest with you. In 2016, yeah, it was 2016. I played, I think, over 100 matches. Both singles and doubles. I was playing, every week. I was playing both events, and I got to the end of the season, and we ended up, making the year-end championship with my partner, and just felt like I had no interest in picking up a tennis racket, no interest in practicing, no interest in training. My body felt like it went through the ringer from that season. And I felt like at that point, I was like, man, if I have another one of these years, that could be my tennis career. That could be it, and I just wasn't quite ready to do that yet. And I felt like, while I was playing quite well in singles, I'd never given doubles a full shot. I mean, it was never my priority up until that point. I would play as sort of a secondary thing. I've never practiced, and I hadn't won a major at that until then, and or a master's event either. So I just felt like I had a bit more to give, and if I wanted to get to reach my potential, I have to kind of focus on it. And so all of those things combined, I just felt like that was a pretty good time to ease off the singles. So I played my last tournament in the middle of 2017 in singles, and just felt like that year I started to really enjoy the challenge, sort of the new process of kind of focusing on a different discipline, and it sort of re-energized me. And I'm not going to say I started my career over, but it sort of was like a transition period that made it fun to really go try and learn something new. That after at that point, maybe 12 years on tour, it was something new, which I thought was pretty neat. So that was basically it. If I could still do it, I would play both, but I don't think my body could handle the rigors of it at all.
Tell me about it. I'm a lot older than you. I've kind of given up my singles career as well. But look, you've had great success in doubles. You were the Rio silver medalist with Venus Williams. You won the Australian Open mixed doubles, and this year you won the men's doubles Australian Open. So you have done exceptionally well. Kind of curious, is there a different strategy when you look at mixed versus men's doubles? I mean, the game, when I play, I feel I'm having to really adjust my style. I'm wondering
Mm.
if at your level, the pro level, if you have to make those type of adjustments from mixed to men's.
Yeah, absolutely. So mixed doubles, we only play 4 times a year, or like you alluded to, if it's an Olympic year, you play in the Olympics as well. So it's a lot more sort of fly by the seat of your pants, if you will. You don't really practice that much. You don't really necessarily have set partners all the time. And whereas doubles, we're playing all the big tournaments, but we're playing all the tournaments in between. So it's a full year thing where you can actually develop strategies and try and work on things and progress as a team. But I think in either, but whether it's men's or mixed, the biggest thing is for me is making my partner feel as good as he or she can on the court, because the better my partner plays, the less I have to do, right? So it's figuring out sort of what makes your partner tick, figuring out who they are as a person. If they miss a bad shot, do they want to be supported? Do they want to be left alone? If they make a great shot, do they, same kind of thing. What do they kind of enjoy as far as what makes them play their best? And I think that's the single most important thing when you're playing doubles, is really doing, being a good teammate out there, helping your partner as best as you can. And that's a tough thing for tennis players, especially for someone like me who played singles their whole life. Is we don't have anyone on the court. You play yourself, you figure it out. You don't even have a coach or a corner man or a caddy like you might in boxing or golf or other individual sports. It's totally solo. So kind of opening up and being willing to help and receive some advice is tough, and I think that's what really makes a good doubles player.
Totally get that. I'm curious. Do you have one side of the court that you predominantly will play on, or do you always ask your partner, "Hey, where are you most comfortable? Because I can play anywhere." I'm kind of curious because returning such a big part of doubles, and if you're on an uncomfortable side, that's a problem.
Obviously in the men's doubles, you kind of try and think of what would be best with your partner. So for us, I play the ad court, which I feel like is my more stronger side. So, but if push comes to shove, I did play quite a lot on the deuce court when I first started playing doubles. And really even before, like in college and onwards, I played the deuce court quite a lot. So I'm comfortable both, probably a little bit stronger on the ad side. But you just sort of try and figure out with your partner when you have a long-term commitment, like Joe and I do, for example, if you're playing for a season or 2 seasons or whatever it is. Okay, well, look, I do this better, you do this better. What do you think could be a better fit? And, usually it's not that difficult to figure it out. But yeah, for me, it's generally, I'm a bit better on the ad court.
Especially when we're watching on TV, it seems like between every single point, there's chatter between your partner or your opponents are talking. I mean, how much do you talk between each point versus giving hand signals? Like when you're serving, do you always talk and say, hey, I'm going down the middle, I want you to poach, or is it more signals?
Yeah, it's a good question. So sometimes it's a bit of both, to be honest with you. I think, like I said, it's probably better to over communicate and than under communicate. So maybe if it's you talk about something, but maybe as your partner jogs to the net and you're the server, you think, I don't like that play, let me change it. But normally we try to talk in between every point. We try and make sure we're both set and comfortable with what we're trying to do on the next point. I mean, doubles, so much of it happens so fast, and you're trying to implement small strategies and very short amount of time. So you both have to be on the same page. So I think that's sort of why you see all of that talking and all of that sort of communicating. And then the other part of it is just feeling like you're a team out there. You're coming together after every point. You're maybe giving a high five. Well, maybe not anymore. I don't know. But generally, you're giving a high five. You're doing something to kind of build that team atmosphere to really feel like it's you both on the same side together. And I think that, again, just helps both players play at their best.
Do you recall a match you've played where things were just not going well and you were sticking to your guns, and then you did, okay, if we don't change something, we're going to lose badly? Do you have a match you remember where you actually came up with a new strategy that worked and you were able to turn the corner and pull off the match?
Oh, that's a good question. Specifically, I mean, like we played in semis of the Australian Open this year. I can't remember. We were definitely down a set. We might have even been down a break in the second set. I don't remember, but we were definitely not the best team for that period of time. And a lot of times with us, it just comes down to a bit of energy and a bit of just sort of, really getting, my partner and I are both kind of not the most, let's say, outwardly expressive people or players. So just, getting yourself going a bit more is usually a good start. And then for me, it feels like when that happens, then I start to see things a bit more clearly. Like, okay, maybe, you got to play to this guy's backhand or this guy's forehand a little bit more. Maybe this person's a little bit weaker. And each match is different, even from day to day, even if you're playing the same players. I mean, guys are so good out there, they can usually adjust. But usually you got to figure it out on the day. But I think it starts with sort of getting yourself going and getting yourself energized and really in the moment to figure out maybe what it is on that day that could help a little bit. But I think it usually for me starts with trying to be fully engaged to solve that problem.
Hey guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more Courtside Connections. Follow us on our social media to stay updated for more episodes. We'll see you on the next Courtside Connections.